Frozen yogurt was big in the 80s, dominated by the chain TCBY, but then it kind of fell out of flavor. So now it's making a resurgence. What is different about frozen yogurt this time around? I'm joined by Laurie Kulikowski here at 16 Handles in New York City. Laurie, what's different about frozen yogurt now?
I think there's a few things that's going on. First of all, the overall health and wellness trend in the US. People are looking for healthier, smarter options. And whereas in the past, the frozen yogurt wasn't really that healthier, this time it is.
Well, you know, you bring up a good point. Everyone's eating yogurt today. You go to the grocery stores and there's tons of yogurt, there's Greek yogurt, there's yogurt smoothies. That's got to help this market right now.
Absolutely. I mean, you could see, even in the choices that are behind us, you could see choices that are gluten-free. We can talk about fat-free. There's all kinds of options for whatever really the consumer wants. So that is definitely one thing that's helping them.
You know, one thing that I noticed about the companies that we're talking about, they're mostly private. But that doesn't mean that they're small, like 16 Handles. They have several locations.
They have about 37 locations, and they are absolutely growing. There are also other brands as well. We know about Red Mango, which has about 200, a little over 200 stores. They're looking to go to 300 stores just this year. And that's both in US and international. There's also Menchie's, which has about 250 stores, both US and international. They're looking to be about 400 stores by the end of this year.
And TCBY is still around. They're owned by Mrs. Fields. You know, so maybe some of these companies might be ripe to go public because of their size.
That's absolutely right. And let's just talk about TCBY for one quick second. You'll see in a lot of their stores where it used to be full-serve markets, they're moving to the self-serve option that we could see right here in 16 Handles. TCBYs are doing that as well because they know that the consumers like it.
Well, you know, I think you bring up a good point with this self-serve because it means your labor costs are going to be lower. So this time around, that might mean that the chains will be more successful because they're not having to spend as much on labor, and it's this new concept of self-serve.
Having, you know, 16 different rotating flavors along with 50 some odd toppings, the combinations are endless. Depending on one's mood, you know, maybe I came from a workout and I want to treat myself, or, you know, I'm really watching my weight and so I want to have something healthier. Being able to have all those options, I think, really adjust to different people's lifestyles. And so people like to be in control of what they intake.
But you know, ultimately in every test kitchen, it always comes down to taste. Laurie and I, you know, we fell on the sword here and we tasted this frozen yogurt, and real sacrifice on the job. Delicious.
What flavors did you have?
You know, I sampled quite a few. Salted caramel, toasty marshmallow, cookies and cream. I mean, even the names sound delicious.
I know. I had the white mousse. I think that one's one behind us, white chocolate mousse, and the salted caramel. Delicious.
The thing about that I noticed about the 16 Handles frozen yogurt, it's got a very creamy texture. It's very filling. It's very satisfying. You have lots of toppings to choose from. You get to do the toppings yourself. I gotta say now, I went to Pinkberry once and I did not like it. It was way too tart. It wasn't what I wanted out of my experience. What about you?
My experience here was awesome. I love going up to the toppings and I love being able to pick out whatever I wanted. I had little cheesecake bites. I mean, you know, we didn't have this the last time around with this frozen yogurt wave.
Well, there you go. You did not have this option or this experience the last time around with frozen yogurt. That's why frozen yogurt may have its new resurgence here. And I think it's going to be successful.
I think so too.